the eye icon, right? What's the next thing that we need? It should show. That means we need show button, we need off button, right? Good. What's the next thing that we need? Let us just look at it. If you press a password here now, and you want this password to show, or you don't want it to show, what are those things that you will need? Yes, we'll click on it. Yes, that means we'll need this. That's the first element that we need. What's the second element that we need? That means we also need the off eye off button. That's second. What's the third one? Do we need eye on? This is the eye on button, right? Eye off at the moment is not going to show. Why? Because I set this is what none hidden, right? I set the display to none. Now, eye off should now show whenever eye on has been clicked. So if you click on eye on, eye off is going to show. Do you get it now? Now, we need those two buttons, eye on and eye off. Now, what's the third thing that we need? Yeah? Yeah? No, I'm talking about the elements. Talking about the elements. Look at those elements here now. What exactly do you need on this element here? Sorry, just a moment. I'm just saying. You've named two elements. Look at it. Look at it. You are thinking about it. We need any other thing. Why? Let's look at it. You are saying something right now that nobody's saying anything. I'm waiting for answers. Mention two. I've noticed that a lot of us are like relaxed. I don't know. I want to like bring us into this class. So look at it, think about it. If we're going to make a password show and we're going to hide the password, what are those elements that will be affected? It's not that will be affected. Exactly. The password. That's only the first that I was expecting us to mention. So the password is going to be affected. The password is going to be affected. The eye on is going to be affected, and the eye off. So those are the three things that we're going to bring into our JavaScript. So just a moment. Okay. So what are we going to need now? Said it. First of all, we're going to need what? The password. Second of all, we're going to need the eye on. And then we're going to need the what? Eye off. Good. Thank you very much. That's it. So, if you come to the password now, right? The ID for the password is what? Password, right? If you come to the eye on button, ID for the eye on is what? Eye on. ID for the I off is what? I off. So these are the things that we need. So we need one, we need where is it? We need two, and then we need three. So I'm going to split my screen. Huh? You say? Yes, I put limits for iron. That's the thing. Can you see display of none here? So you understand it now. Okay? Yes, I put yes on the same spot. You understand? So that if one shows, automatically the other one can just them. They are just in the same spot, right? So if I give one off, the other one will come to that position. If I give one on, the other one automatically switches. That's it. Yes. Yes. Do you understand? Good. So now I'm trying to check for show button. So let's dot I. Okay. So all right. Now let us continue. Now, okay, not this. Yeah, this one. So now I'm going to split my screen, and then I'm going to open up my toggle.js so that we can now start writing the code. Now, but before then, I need to check out something. You know, I don't think I put both of them in the same place, right? Meaning that I need to be able to press both of them. Now, what am I saying? Whenever I press that particular icon, I need to be able to show what's in. I need to show, let's say I have show button there. If I press show button, I need to be able to see the password. And at the same time, I need to be able to what? See the off button. Because that show button should remove immediately. And then the off button should come. Do you get it now? So that should be able to happen. Then the next thing is that if I see this off button that's there, then the reverse case is going to happen. Do you get it now? I will state everyone. Is it clear? Good. Now for that to happen, first of all, I gave this button an ID of what? ID. Now, as you can see, all of them, they are wrapped under this button. So what exactly am I pressing? I'm not pressing this image. What am I pressing? I'm pressing the button. So the button automatically knows that, okay, this one here is what? Is not available. So it's not available, it's going to what? Click this one. If this one is not, if this one that is available, it will leave this one and then will click this one. You understand what I'm trying to say? This one here now, the display is what? None. Meaning that it does not exist. Now, if you write our JavaScript logic to make it exist, button will now automatically know that, okay, I off now is the one that is displaying, but I on is no longer what displaying. Is it clear? So now, yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in this button here. So I'm going to say, let me just write their ID here. So hash what? ID. Second one I'm going to bring in is what? Hash what? Hash what? Ion. Hash I on. What's the third one? Hash I off. Yeah. Hash I off. Then the last one is going to be what? Hash password. Now these are the things that we're going to what? Bring in. So first is that we're going to bring in what? I off, I on, and then what? I, and then we're also going to bring in what? Password. Now let us start bringing them one by one. So I cannot say const password equals to what? Document.query selector password. I don't know. I do not like this. I do not like this. Every movie. So now password. Now we cannot have what? Const I on again. I on. Okay, let me just use their. Now instead of ID, I'm not going to use ID. I'm going to use show btn. Show btn. Now, why am I using show btn? Because in the real sense, this particular hide button that is here, don't worry, this particular hide button that is here is actually the one dictating if that button is going to show or if the button is not going to show. You understand? So I'm going to say show btn equals to what? Document dot query selector, and then we're going to have what? Hash id. You understand? Which is this one here. Do you understand? So now we have what? I on, and then we have I off, and then we have show btn. I hope everybody understands how we got this now. Is it clear? Now, what is down the logic we want to create? This is where it is going to like have a much more. It's not complex. It's easy. What we want to do is that whenever what we are typing here. So what type is this? This is a password, right? That means anything that is a type of password, you're not going to see automatically in your Java, in your HTML. Once you give something a type of password, you are not meant to see that text in the input. Is it clear? Now, automatically, you're going to have dot. Now, what do we want to have? We want to make sure that whenever that type is what? Password, right? That means you should be able to have show button should be what? What should be the show button? Display, that's what? On. Right? And when the show button is on, what should not be the type of what we are saying in the input? Text. Do you understand it? You understand the logic now? So the password, so whenever the type of the password is password, yes, whenever the password type is what? Password, what do you want to have? You want to make sure that what? The show btn is going to show, and then the type is not going to be what? Text. Is it clear? Now, again, is it clear to you too? Now, when you have what? Type of password, show btn is not going to what? Change to on. It's going to change to on, yes. So when you now click on it, it should now change that particular type to what? So how are we going to do that? We can easily say yeah. So we can really say if show btn, so we can have show btn, right? So we can have this. Now, what do I mean by if show btn? If show btn is click, that's if it is true, right? Not click, sorry. If it is true, what do you want? You want to have what? Show btn dot what? Add event listener. So you can have dot add event listener. This is why I don't like. So add event listener, right? And then what are you listening for? You're listening for a click event, right? And then you're going to have what? Your. Do you understand it now? Now, if you have this, you now want to have what? That's already showed it for us. So we can now have what? If what's the first? I'm supposed to ask this question. I've done it. What's the first conditional statement? Why is it a conditional statement? Let me start from here. Why is it a conditional statement? Who wants to speak? What I want. So you are looking for multiple conditions. First condition that is if password is what? Password. What do you want to change the I icon to? Change the I icon. That's the icon to off, right? And no, change the I icon to the I icon should display, right? Then password type should now be what? Text, and the I off should be what? Hidden. Confused. Let me just show you what I'm saying. So I can have what if password type, right? Password or type. You know, the same way we have value, the same way we have the type. Equals what? Your password. That's if the type equals this password. Now, you want to change this password or type to what? Text. So you cannot say password dot type should be changed to what? Equals to what? Text. You get it? Then the I own should not be known. I off should not be what? Blocked. Eh? Let me just finish this. Explain. Let me explain now. I'm saying that show button or add event time. Once you click on this show button, what do you want? You want password type to be equal to what? Password. No, sorry. If password type is equal to what? Password, that means if the current listing is password. Now, if the current listing is password, what will you see? Hidden password. That means you just be seeing dot. Now, if it is this case, what do you want? You want to make sure that whenever this show button is clicked, password type will now change to what? Text. That means you will see what you are writing. And then the icon style.display that you are seeing there will now change to what? That means the icon that you clicked will now change to what? I off. That is why this place is now what? Block. Under what? Go ahead now. Now, let us leave this one out first. Now, whenever show button is clicked, right? What do you want? You have to have a condition. Two major conditions. One, if you have I on as hidden, or you have I off as block, or if you have I off as on or as none, or you have I on as what? Block. Now, this is it. In this case, what do you have here? What exactly do you have here? I on is what? Block. It is showing. Now, what do I want? Whenever I click on it, this should change to what? I off. And once it changes to I off, this particular type of what? Password should change to what? Text. That's what I want. Now, how am I going to do that? I'm going to say if password or type is password, that means if the current state of that password is what? Password. Whenever you click on that button, if the current state is password, dot. Change the type to what? Text. To see what you want. That's why you have text here. Then after that, change this icon to none. I don't want to see this icon again. When you're already seeing text, do you need to still see icon? No, it should change to I off, hide text. So that whenever you now click on the I off, you can now hide the text and change it back to password. Of course, you don't want to always leave it on like that. You want to also be able to reverse it. That's I off. Yes. Let me show you what I'm saying again. You don't understand. Let me explain it again. You have I on here. What is the current listing of the password? What's the current? It's current password, right? Yes. Let me explain it. You have what? Password here, right? Whenever you click on this one, this is what? What icon is this? I on. Whenever you click on I on, this should change to what? Then this should change to what? I off. You get. That is why I had it here. That whenever you now click on it, and then the password type as at that time is what? Password. I on should change to none because we want to automatically change, bring in I off. So that whenever I want to do the reverse case also, we can easily work off the password and change it back to this thing. I don't understand. Because that is the first condition. You are still going to have another condition that if password or type is equal to text, else change the password type to password. Yes. You're not separating it because all of these conditions are meeting one condition. Now, all of these things inside of this case, they are meeting one condition, which is this. So you don't have to separate it. Only one condition is being weighed here, which is to what? Password or type equals what? Password. So if that condition is true, then you're going to what? Have this. But if this condition is false, you're going to have another condition, which is now going to be what? Password or type equals what? Text. Is it clear now? Are you sure it's clear? All right. So we'll move on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and change this thing. So I'm going to have another script tag again. Now, this script tag is going to have toggle. So I'm going to say script with a source. And the source is going to read what? Module. Sorry. Source is going to read toggle. So let us now check it out. Let's see. So now if we have password, it should work, but it's already giving me errors. Sometimes else if I'm not really coming. So firebase config. All right, let us check it out. So let's say I put this thing here, right? And I press this. As you can see, it's working. Because I did not do the design well. I was not really particular about it. If I refresh it again, you have this. So let us check it out again. So you should have what? So let us write it. So now as you can see, at the moment, what is password type? Password. This one is what? Show button. Now, when you now click on the show button, it will change. Password type will change to what? Text. Then the icon will now change to what? I off. What's confused? Read it. No, read it. I want you to read it and understand it. No, you understand it, Abby. So I want you to read it and understand it. Read it. Just read it out in English. Read it in English. No. You might be. Okay. Read it out in English. I want you to say it. Read it. Uh-huh. Is English clear now? It's getting clear. It's not clear. It's not clear. If it's already in password and you now click on it, exactly. Is it clear now? No wahala. So it is clear now. Thank God. Welcome back to the rep. So now we have password or type equals what? Password. So we have the first one I done. Now, what will be the second one? Second one will now have what? Else. We can also say if, or we cannot say else, but let's say else if. Else if. Let's also say else if. Yes. Let's also say else if. Now, else if makes this much more strict. You don't have any error that you just have. Now, let's say equals what? Text. Right? What if you have number? Text is no number. Anything can happen. So just write text, right? What do you want? You now want to change this password or type to password. So you can now say password dot type should now be equals to password, right? And then the icon should now be what? Block. Exactly. You've gotten it. Icon. So icon will now be what? Block. Then the I up side of display should not be what? None. So now if we go ahead and check it out now, so let us check it out and let us see. We should have something like this. So now if I press this thing here, now as you can see, it is working. Can you see it? It is working. You have your eye on and then you have your eye off. Actually, the design is rubbish. I did not. No, I'm talking about. I did not prioritize. In fact, this icon should not be here. Icon should be inside of it. Why are you doing this one? I don't need to do that. I cannot give it absolute. I can give you absolute. Actually, absolute is the best here. You know what? Let's just do it together. Let's go to style.css. Let's go to this thing. Now, if you have icon, sorry, let's look at it. Because okay, so now let us continue. Please, let's continue. Let's continue. So now, what do we have here? We have just talk and use it. Why? Can we continue now? Okay, let's continue. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to go ahead and start looking for CSS, start doing CSS now, because this is not CSS class. But what we can do is that we can use Absolute. Absolute is actually the best to use in this case. And why is Absolute the best? Absolute is the best because in this place, I can easily move it around and place it here without having to shorten the width of this one. If you use relative, right, relative is going to kind of shorten the width of this one. And why is it going to shorten the width of it? Because it's going to feel like, okay, there's still something here. You get it now. So the best thing to use here is what Absolute. Then you can use your Z index to bring it up. You get it now. So that is why I said I'm using Absolute. But now this is not a CSS class, it's a JavaScript. So now we are technically done with this. Yeah, actually, I even think you should write it out. Probably try it in class here. Yeah, you can. There's still time. Okay, okay. Then we are actually moving into the weather application now. So we start it